Want to increase the likelihood of hitting your revenue goals by 51%? Well, then it's time to learn the art of social selling. In this video, we're gonna break down social selling, what it is, what it definitely is not, why it matters, and most importantly, how you can begin to utilize this genius marketing strategy to increase your sales, impact more people, and retain customers for life. Stay tuned. Hey Posse, what's up? It's Alex coming at you this week with a brand new video to help all my social media loving business owners out there crush it with their launches and bring in more revenue. But first, if you're new to the crew, welcome. Here on my channel, you'll learn all about the wonderful world of marketing, from tips on copywriting to social media strategies, lead generation, and so much more. So you know what to do. Be sure to hit subscribe below and don't forget to ring that bell to be notified when my next tutorial goes live. Now, the inspiration for this video, ironically, came from one of those late night scroll sessions that you're all too familiar with. When the warm summer air started fading into cool, crisp fall air, I saw this clip from an old Saturday Night Live skit. I love Saturday Night Live. It gave me such a good laugh because I'm definitely a fall girl and I love sweater weather. But then I thought, you know, for copywriters and entrepreneurs, fall isn't just sweater weather. I have to say it like that, sweater weather. It's also launch time. For most business owners, the fall season is synonymous with launch season. After a long summer break of traveling or spending time with the kids or just having some R&R, a lot of businesses hit the ground running when fall comes around. I mean, think about it. Almost every single business you know has some sort of launch or promotion around this time. We're talking back to school campaigns, Black Friday sales, Christmas launches, New Year's offers, of course the list goes on. And it got me thinking, with so many businesses out there currently in launch mode, we're about to see a whole lot of my favorite kind of marketing, social selling. But how many people really understand the concept of social selling? I can tell you probably not that many. So let's dive in. First up, what is social selling? Well, basically, social selling is the strategic use of a brand's social media channels to attract leads, build a genuine connection, foster that connection, and then of course, yes, turn those leads into paying customers. But hear me very closely. Social selling doesn't mean you send out hundreds of unsolicited DMs to strangers asking them to buy your stuff or hire you. That's spam and it's not cool. Social selling is about relationship building. So it's pretty much the 180-degree direct opposite of direct response marketing. The goal of direct response marketing is to generate leads and sales quickly and often at a cost. It's usually a one and done type of interaction, whereas social selling is all about the long game. You're putting in the work up front to build a strong community, you're forming meaningful relationships and becoming the trusted source for guidance that your customers seek whenever they need information on a particular pain point or problem. And while they might not turn into paying customers immediately, when and if they do become customers, they're likely to stick around for a lot longer because they aren't just customers, they're a part of your community. And by this time, they've invested time with you, whether or not they realize it, and they have bonded with your brand. So unless they had a bad experience with your product or service, they're not really likely to go elsewhere to buy from anybody else. And the longer you can keep your customers coming back for more, the higher your ROI, that's return on investment, and CLV, customer lifetime value, without you ever having to spend a single dime on advertising. How awesome is that? Now, that brings me to why you should be practicing social selling. Well, not only will you have higher ROI and CLV, but you'll also have more overall success with hitting your revenue goals. In fact, according to LinkedIn, businesses that prioritize social selling are 51% more likely to reach their sales goals, and 78% of businesses that use social selling outsell businesses that don't use social media at all. And that is the power of omni-channel marketing. Customers are no longer buying in a straight line, so the more touch points you have with them, whether it be through LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, email, TikTok, YouTube, the higher the likelihood that they'll then pay attention to your promotion and then buy from you. And of course, that makes perfect sense, right? If you're getting your stuff in front of your audience more often, then the chances of closing that sale go drastically up. But social selling won't just help you retain your current customers longer and hit your revenue goals, it will also help you attract new customers. Social media platforms run on giant and complex algorithms whose only job it is to literally show your content to the people who are already interested in what you're saying, doing, or selling. selling. Now, I'm not saying that it's an overnight process. You can't just throw together a couple posts about what you do and expect thousands of people to magically find you. Remember, social media really is about the long game. It takes time to get eyeballs on your brand and build your community, and that brings me to how you can start using social selling with your business. So the first thing you need to do, obviously, is to get on social platforms. And of course, you do not have to be on all of them, just pick your favorites. And then, and this is the hardest part, you show up consistently and keep adding free value. Come up with a content plan to make it easier to stick to, figure out your content pillars, come up with a schedule of how often you'll post. And I have an entire video about my social media strategy that covers all of this, and I will link to that at the end of this video. And then, and I cannot say this enough, be consistent. You absolutely have to be consistent. It will take time, but you'll get there. I really believe the algorithm waits to see to make sure that you're committed to showing up before showing your stuff to more people. And that's how it went for my business and growing my YouTube channel. So you can speed up the process by actively engaging with people in your niche, right? You can comment, like, and share posts, but PSA, don't be that person who leaves super generic, robotic comments like, great post. Leave thoughtful comments, get real conversations flowing, and I promise over time your audience will start to grow. You'll naturally build up that social credibility, and you'll be able to generate free advertising to turn your prospects into buyers and buyers into lifelong customers. This is exactly what I did to build my brand to where it is today, and I wouldn't change it for the world. It was worth every single ounce of effort. Not just for the free advertising or hitting my revenue goals, but for the incredible community that we have built. I absolutely love you guys, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you next week with a brand new tutorial. Until then, I'm Alex. Ciao for now. All right, guys, if you enjoyed that video, make sure to check out the next one from me right here. And you can click right here to get a free gift. Social media marketing for massive lead generation. Here are my top tips and proven strategies for generating more likes, comments, leads, and sales from your social media content.